All right, let's see if this thing goes live. I think it's going to go live. I don't know. I actually haven't used StreamYard like from my end, and like
it says it's live, but it's probably not.
Probably something wrong.
Can you hear us now?
Oh, I think we're live. Hey, we're live. There we go. People probably hearing us talk. Mrs. Seeker says there's one more cookies left for you in the microwave. What's up, guys? What is up? What is up? Oh, I'm in the wrong screen. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It is Monday night, and we are doing this bi-weekly. Rob, Raven, and of course, myself. And then tonight we have the amazing guest of, yes, there is his face.
What?
Big Mill, the captain of the ship.
Quick, do your spiel, Big Mill. Scream away.
Limousine riding! Woo! Jet fly!
What's up, guys? Happy New Year.
Good,
Happy New Year, everybody. How are you guys doing tonight? So what's up, Rob? What's going on with you tonight, man?
Like I told you in the pre-chat, I'm a little bit beat down from being on a ladder for a few hours installing a ceiling fan. So I'm a little tired. So if I'm not as woohoo as Big Mill is, then, you know, it is what it is today.
CM said it's time to turn down the chat. He must see Big Mill in the chat. Take your headphones off, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a nice surprise in the early stream here. Big Mill came on. Hey! And I'm like, oh my God, I can't hear anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't wearing headphones for sure.
It killed.
I didn't even realize he had them on, or else I would have done that.
So guys, you know how this works if you were at the last one on Rob's stream, but basically we're just here to chat, answer questions. You know, obviously coin related, don't ask anything too personal or private of everybody. And then of course we have Big Mill's face reveal tonight. So I will be pinning random questions up on the chat like I just did with Larry Powell. You know, and we'll try and answer them all. We won't be able to get to every single question. It's just not possible. If it gets, you know, if there's a lot coming through. If it's slow, then we might get every one of them, but we're going to do our best. And if we miss a question, excuse me, I just ate a cookie and drank and had a drink from Mrs. Seeker like 2 seconds ago. If we miss a question, feel free to repost it again. Just don't spam, you know, wait 4 or 5 minutes and then post it again. And we'll be live for about an hour. So we're only going to go live for an hour. It's not a very long stream, but it's a lot of fun to hang out. So beard, where is yours, Seeker?
That's potato beard. That's pretty sad. You need some facial hair to fit in, Seeker. Maybe you could.
I know.
Well, Seeker's actually got a disguise that he can show his facial hair with.
John Schaefer says, "Will the beanie ever come back?" I don't know. Like, it's hard to put it on now because I was so used to it that it didn't bother me. Then it came off, and I felt so cool, like, you know, physically cool, that I just didn't want to put it back on.
Come on, Canadian Ryan.
All right, Big Mill, go for it.
Canadian Ryan with a 5.00. Bam! Thank you, Canadian Ryan. We truly appreciate that, brother. That is awesome.
He's clearly Canadian.
The 2021 Morgan X still hasn't been signed. Here's the hoping. Yes. 3 beards of doom. Hey, since Mrs. Seeker's on here, hey babe, what do you think about this one? Hi everybody, how are you?
Look at Seeker. That is way too trippy.
You know what? It almost reminds me of the girl in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, he's telling or Jodie Foster. He's one of those two.
Oh, guys, look at that. It's Little Seeker in the chat. Hi, Daddy. Hi, Little Seeker.
Clarice.
If I miss a question, Michael Kittle says, I think he's louder when we can see him. It's possible. We don't know. Big Bill just blew the speakers out of my phone. Mrs. Seeker.
My bad. I apologize, Mrs. Seeker.
Little Seeker's like, Dad, are you serious?
What's up, gringo? Gringo.
Hey, Rob, there's one for you. I popped up on the chat if you want to take a crack at that one.
I just answered in the chat, but yeah, I do have plans. Hopefully the situation in the world is conducive to me being able to do some door knocks, but if not, I have some metal detecting trips planned with Plugmaster Ford and JD's Variety Channel this upcoming year, and I will do the traveling if I need to be with those guys and shoot some videos, but there is some plans. They have a lot better permissions than I could get where I'm at, and we'll see how that goes for sure.
All right.
What's going on?
Let's see.
Cat?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I was just saying what's going on. Angie Cat, Jessica Poland. Look at all the good people up in here.
We don't even have our names up there, Seeker.
Yeah. How do I do that? I told you I haven't done this in a while. I will figure it out while you guys look at that question.
So Don says, so guys, what should I do with my collectible coins if silver rises higher? Keep or sell? What do you think, Raven?
Well, actually, during higher prices for silver, it's a better time to acquire numismatic silver, because you'll get it a better deal that way a lot of times, like with Morgans and whatnot. I would keep certain collectibles because, they're still going to have a premium that's higher and above usually than, what silver gets to, unless silver does something crazy, like go to over 100 an ounce and you have a coin that's worth $30. Then yeah, if it all of a sudden went from 30 to 100 just because silver changed, then by all means, if you're not attached to it, get rid of it. But I have certain things that I won't get rid of because, they're only one of so many, so you got to take consideration as to what is its importance in your collection versus just the value of getting rid of it.
Yeah, that's well said. I would agree on the fact that if you've got a lot of common stuff that you acquired, let's say it's constitutional silver, for example, that you acquired back when the multiple was maybe 14 times face. And now let's say silver hit $30 or $35 and it's selling right around 27 times face. If you want to double up on your money on constitutional silver that's worn or just for the ounces of the silver itself, by all means. But what I wouldn't do is, like Raven said, I would not, my collectible stuff, my high-grade Morgan dollars, even if they're raw, things like that, I'm not going to dump those off because you're not going to realize much more value just because silver went up, because there's a numismatic value that's much more particular to those coins than just the silver value. But definitely, if you've got a lot of junk silver or you've got a lot of generic silver sitting around and you could realize a nice, handsome profit for it, then you might consider it for sure. Maybe sell it. And then if gold hasn't trended, let's say you bought the silver when it was a ratio of 70 to 1 for gold, and now it's 50. Maybe you sell it to get that profit to go buy in some gold that hasn't had the same jump. Maybe something like that.
You guys quite literally took all the words out of my mouth, and I thought
I saw you getting ready to talk, so I kept on going.
No, it's totally okay. That's fine. That felt like a perfect question for me to answer since I'm in the numismatic coins, but you guys nailed it, so that I'm good with that. So, Brandon Nate says, Ravenhawk coins. You try those DOTZ pretzels with nacho cheese yet?
Not yet, but guys, have you had Dots pretzels, Rob? Oh my God! If you see Dots pretzels in the store, matter of fact, I have a bag of them somewhere around here, but they say Dots pretzels. It's like a red and black bag. The most
the yogurt dots, those dots.
No, they're savory. It's a pretzel stick. It's got butter and Parmesan and some other stuff going on, but I can't even explain. I'm not usually a big Parmesan guy, but these pretzels, I can eat them by the bag. Oh, here we go. Right here. This is what you're looking for. Dots home style pretzel. Wow.
Hey, Big Bill, you want to take care of that super chat for me?
Which one is it?
Jeff Silversmith put one up.
All right, go ahead.
Take it off, Raven.
Come
on, Jeff Silversmith on the 10, the 1-0, woo, .00, the Beard Squad. Bam! Come on, Jeff. Thank you, brother.
3 times, no response.
We truly appreciate it. Come on, Jeff.
All right, so here's a big one by Vanessa M. What are your thoughts on the V75?
I'm looking for it.
At least, since the mint site doesn't show them as sold out, is it worth checking every day like I've been? Vanessa, I gave up on that. So I am done with that. I don't know if you want to keep checking or not, but I have a feeling they're probably done. Wow, no one else wants to chip in on that one. No one else?
I didn't get the gold, but I did get the silver one.
I missed out completely.
I missed out completely too. Actually, I was at a coin show with Coin Crew, who was right there in the chat, and tried to do it on the phone. Failed miserably.
I was at work. Tried to do it on my phone, and I ended up getting timed out by the mint.
Well, I wouldn't mind a charity auction, so I paid for it, but I'm happy to have it.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna have to acquire one.
Michael and Lord Zachary says it 30 times I'm selling. I mean, that's that's fair. That's fair. I'll probably still hold, but that's fair. Like I got Bitcoin that, Bitcoin's at 32,000, and even though I think it's going to go down, I don't want to sell it.
32. It's at 32K right now.
Yeah, it was over 34. I have Bitcoin sitting on a ledger. I just, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, not that money's not important to me, but I don't have any money invested into it because it's all I left in Bitcoin was profit. You know what I mean? After the last rise. So since there's no actual money invested in it, I feel more comfortable. If it goes down, it sucks. But if it goes to 100K, I'll be really happy.
Yeah. Did you hear about that guy that paid for his pizza in Bitcoin, Seeker?
What's that?
Did you hear about the guy that paid for 2 pizzas in Bitcoin?
Not only did I hear about it, I was on 4chan when the guy was trying to find a buyer.
Yep.
And as in, I could have been the buyer, but I thought it was stupid. Yeah. I remember the post in 4chan. Oh well.
He paid. What did he buy? 2 pizzas for how much?
10,000 Bitcoin. I mean, back then it wasn't worth anything. I thought it was stupid. I really did. I'll be honest. I thought it was dumb. I absolutely thought it was dumb. And so I'm like, yeah, whatever. Move on. And yeah, oh well. Hindsight's always 20/20, as they say. Here we go. Rob, your beard is so long, I haven't seen it yet in your vids. It's fitting you.
Yeah, it's definitely, this is 94 days since I last shaved. So it's definitely growing on me, if you will.
All right, Big Mill, you're up, man.
Raven headphones, Ashes C4 with a 5.00. So Big Mill, honorary OG22. Hello, Seeker, Rob, and Raven. And there is one beard lacking just a little bit on the panel tonight. Come on! Bam! You didn't have to, brother, but you did.
Seeker's beard game's weak.
Mrs. Seeker is not interested in me having a beard, so it is what it is.
Hey, if mama's happy, the house is happy, right?
That's right, and don't forget it. Bitcoin doesn't end up in the landfill. I'm not going to get into Bitcoin. I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin. If this was money I actually had invested, I would have sold. It's just that, like I said, what I have in it is not anything invested because I pulled all of my original investment back out last time it went up to 20. I'd much rather have gold and silver in my hand. I was responding to Michael Kittle, by the way. He said, I still think it's dumb unless you're trying to buy illegal stuff on the net, I guess. Again, I'm not huge into it. I just, in case I'm wrong and it really does go to $1 million, I'd rather have a little bit. So,
I was working with another company or a guy from another company couple months ago, 6 months ago, and he was telling me how Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that, cryptocurrency this and that's going to take off, and he was right. He was actually right. So,
right,
yeah, I was like, I'm like, I don't trust it, but yeah, he was spot on with what he was talking about.
Hold on, I'm going to answer this question with math. Yes. Absolutely. Shane Kennedy says, Silver Seeker. So if I'm buying junk silver right now at 18 times, is that a good price to be paying? Bro, hook me up.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, if you're getting it for 18 times, you're hitting a grand slam.
That's back of melt, buddy. That is an incredible price. And guys, I know I missed a lot of questions. Like I said, feel free to repost them. Just don't spam. We'll try and get to them all. We still have plenty of time left. Of course, we want to have Mr. Big Mill chime in with his thoughts here as well. Let's see. I can scroll back up and find it. Wait for it. Just look what happened to Ripple. SEC is going after all the crypto wallets. I mean, BC greater than US dollar at this point, says Gaming Balls. I mean, that's up for debate, but I'd rather just have silver and gold. So I don't want either. I just want silver.
I don't know anything about that stuff and the laws or anything, so I just stay away.
Ian says, anyone know if or when the 2021 Morgans will be available? Well, they haven't been signed into law yet. It's passed both houses, it's passed the House and the Senate, but it is not. It's not been signed yet. So hopefully they're not coming out in January, Don. I can tell you that. Oh, the 2021 ASEs. My bad. Are the oh, that's actually a good question. We can actually all talk about this one. So the question is by Don. He said, are the 2021 ASCs coming out in January going to have a higher collector value than the ones coming out in June or July? I think that the ones coming out in June or July are going to have higher collector value because it's going to be the first year, and it's obviously going to be a low mintage year since they're not coming out till halfway through the year. So as far as I'm aware, the U.S. Mint's going to do, the massive early push out of Silver Eagles this year. This just like they do every year. The first initial push of Silver Eagles, where most of the bulk comes from, is still going to come out, in a couple of weeks. So I think there's going to be a much higher mintage of the original design 2021s than the new design. And for that reason and that reason alone, I do believe that the new ones will be worth more. I plan on picking up quite a few. Oh my gosh, we missed 2 super chats. Big Mill, do the first one that I'm about to pin.
Where are we at?
Find it. I have to scroll. All right, here you go, Big Mill. Take off the headphones, Raven.
Coin Crew with a 1-0. Woo! 0.00 just for being you. Come on, Coin Crew. You didn't have to, but you did. Bam!
And then here's one from the old man, Jay.
Oh, my brother. Holy smoking Joe Frazier. JW Coins and Hobby with a 5.00. Who's the ugly one? Oh, hey, Mill. Love you. Love you all. Can't say. We'll catch up later, y'all. Come on, J-Dubs. You didn't have to, brother, but you did. Bam. Come on, JW.
Okay, so even though this was asked at me, I've been talking a lot, so someone else go ahead and take this one. It says, what do you think of the new Purple Heart metal coin, and will you get it?
Well, he's asking you, Seeker. What are your thoughts?
I think it's cool. I think there's a lot of gimmicks coming out of the U.S. Mint right now, so I don't know. I really wanted the V75s. I knew that the V75s were going to be huge. Everything else I've been really lukewarm on coming out of the Mint. I mean, I did pick up one of the collector's edition sets. The only reason I even picked up the collector's edition set this year is because I already have the collection of sets going and I wanted to continue it. But had I not already started that collection, I wouldn't have even bought that this year. So that's my answer. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that one.
I feel the same.
Okay.
I haven't seen the Purple Heart metal coin, so
Neither have I.
All right, let's see. Silver Seeker, should I buy some of the Silver Freedom rounds or the Morgan rounds? I don't know if any of them have a high premium. I think both of those are pretty common rounds. So I, just get whatever you can close to spot at that point.
And by the way,
let's see what we got.
By the way, that's actually good advice for any new stackers, Seeker. A lot of times they get caught up in the beautiful high premium rounds.
Yeah.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with being a collector of Marvel rounds or some kind of collectible series of rounds. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that don't buy some of that sometimes. But if you're looking at just increasing your silver stack, try to find the deals for generic rounds, because an ounce of silver is an ounce of silver. So you can buy a lot more silver when you buy generic than you can when you buy the more premium type rounds. In my opinion,
that's the Philharmonic, right? Premium round.
Oh yeah, Philharmonic's premium,
and that's just a generic round.
Yep.
They weigh the same price for silver when you sell them.
I knew you were going to say that.
So, no, you're right. And, going further into that, and Kick Rocks just said, with the current rise in spot price of silver, what advice would you give to a new stacker? That quite literally applies.
Yep.
That's spot on.
When I go see George and I get all the stuff for the stream, my constitutional, I buy some of my premium stuff off of online or whatever. If George has some nice stuff, I'll get that. But all the generic rounds for my own personal stack it's pretty much generic stuff. So, because it's all silver. It's just,
Right. David Gilbarte says, do you know what is pushing silver so high? And what is your prediction for how high it will get before it goes back down? I don't have a prediction for how high it's going to get. What's pushing it high is the massive amount of money printing that's happening in the government right now. If you look at where we were on the debt clock 2 years ago versus right now, it'd make you sick to your stomach. And that's quite literally what's pushing silver more than anything, in my opinion. I mean, our money is only going to be worth something for so long if they keep pushing if they keep printing, I mean, the Fed just keeps, Fed money printer just goes burr. I mean, it's insane how much money they've just been absolutely pushing out. So
I just got an $1,800 check today. So guess what I bought?
Silver.
1 ounce of gold.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Put a little bit of my own money. Put a little bit of my own money in there, but thank you, Feds. Appreciate it.
Anyone have any other kickback on that one?
No, I think. Well, Raven, go ahead.
Well, mine was actually on the prior question, and that is, it's good if you're just wanting to build up a stack of just silver in general, to have silver, to have that generic stuff. And when it comes to the premium stuff, if you know for sure that a coin's just going to be so hot that it doesn't make sense not to get it, then you jump on it. Like the what is that? The Peanuts one that's on right now, the James Bond one. There's always a couple of them that you're going to want to get your hands on, but then stay away from the ones that are just so mass produced and you're paying that extra $8 that you're not going to realize later on because 50,000 of them were made versus 4,000.
Yeah.
Right. Very good point.
Did you see Sappington's question, Seeker?
Which one?
Sappington's.
I'm looking. I must have missed it. Shoot. I'm looking. I'm sorry.
Richard Sappington.
No, I know the name. I just don't see the comment. If you want to just read it, you can read the question.
Yeah, it's not that far back. He said, to all, do you like the new quarter crossing the Delaware design? Do you think it's too busy like some have been saying? And since I saw that, I figured I'd read it. I actually think the Tuskegee Airman and the Crossing the Delaware 2021 quarter designs are some of the most beautiful quarter designs that they're going to be releasing. And I don't think Crossing Delaware is too busy. I love the look of it, but I'm also partial to the bicentennial drummer boy. And for some reason, the look of the soldier in Washington and the boat and the whole scene, it just brings me back to the bicentennial quarters, and I really am excited to collect it. And I don't think it looks too busy at all, personally.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought it was beautiful. I haven't heard anyone say it was too busy, but I guess people have said it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, no, I like the new design. Actually, the Crossing the Delaware looked pretty slick. They got a lot of detail going on.
Yeah, it looks great.
All right, I'm trying to scroll up. This thing, here we go. CoinDad says, Silver Seeker, does Coinflation post their spot price in Troy or regular ounce? CoinDad, anytime you see silver quoted, unless it's someone who doesn't know what they're doing, it's always in Troy. So Coinflation quotes Troy ounce just like pretty much everyone does.
You just got to remember that when you're talking about precious metals, they're always quoted in ounces Troy, whereas copper and brass and bronze and other less just regular base metals, even though copper's on that cusp, it's still copper and below in value is always going to be in regular ounces. But precious metals will be Troy ounces when talking about.
Right. And speaking of copper, there you go, Rob.
Hey, you had a super chat.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Do you think it's smart to invest in copper? For example, I hoard. Listen, when I first started saving every copper cent that I had ever found coin hunting, they were 1.7 cents per piece. Now they're nearing 4 cents. Now, you can't really do anything with them. Technically, it's illegal to melt them down, and I don't care about that. I still hoard them. But at the end of the day, each one of my pennies is now worth 4 cents, and I've got 70 boxes full of copper cents. So it feels good knowing I have it. And if they ever allow us to do something with it, then I will. But in the meantime, it's just nice for me knowing that I've made 4 times my investment. And by the way, I'd have to lug it back to the bank, re-roll it, or dump it into a Coinstar. So I'm totally fine with hoarding it.
All right. Have at it, Big Mill.
Come on, Whitney Balls! Whitney Balls with a 5.00 chunky butt says, hey, Seeker, Raven, Robin, Big Mill. Come on, Whitney. You didn't have to, but you did. Bam! Whitney, we truly appreciate that. Raven, good to go.
Little Seeker says, to Dad, what is your favorite coin? Any coin that me and Little Seeker both enjoy.
Oh, there you go.
But Seated Liberty stuff for everyone else. Seated Liberty is my favorite coin design by far.
I seen that microscope video you did today.
Yeah, isn't that cool? They sent that. They
Yeah.
reached out me and asked if I do a video just using it. They didn't even ask me to do the review like I did. They just said, "Hey, if you use it in a video, and put the link in the description, we'll send you one." I'm like,
Yeah, that was pretty rad. That was a nice one too.
"Yeah, it really is." I
got one off of Amazon. It's a digital one, but it's not like that. Like the screen doesn't flip like that. That was pretty cool.
Right. All right, let's see.
Whitney says that was epic.
Jason Chat says, "Can a coin be too busy?" I guess it probably can. I've seen a couple of ugly coins. Some of the state quarters, I think, are kind of a mess, but most of them are nice. All right, so Silver Seeker and Crew, do you stack any metals besides silver and gold like platinum, palladium, or rhodium? I have very little palladium, very little platinum, and no rhodium. So I don't know about you two and Rob when he gets back.
Oh boy. Yeah, Raven, you might want to take the microphone off, brother.
He already did. Look at him.
Come on, Holly! I'm styling! Woo! Profiling! Limousine riding! Jet flying! Kiss stealing! Wheeling dealing! Son of a gun! And I'm having a hard time keeping these alligators down with a 20.00. Woo! Woo! Just because you are great. Come on now. You didn't have to, but you did. Bam!
Hey, Rob, we had answered the question, but we're waiting for your input. Do you stack anything besides silver and gold like platinum or palladium?
I have not invested in platinum or palladium at this point.
Okay.
Why? Is anyone else besides you in this chat?
Not that I don't have very much of either of those metals. I mean, I have some, but not very much. Raven just kept his headphones off.
they're rolling in now.
Have at it, big man.
Hang on. Now the dog. See, I woke the dog up. Now the dog's up. Come on, new line with the 8.66 Big Millio. Got a new line. Basement flooded. Catch you in the brown box bonanza. Bam! Come on, new line. Brother, you didn't have to do that, but you did. And Michael. Come on, Michael. And the Lord Zachary Burnett. Woo! Woo! With a 4.99. Come on, Mike. You didn't have to do that, brother. You didn't, but you did. Bam! Really appreciated. Really.
You cracked me up, dude. I love it.
We're good, Raven. I have to give Raven the thumbs up so he can come back in. There he goes.
All right. So Evan Lewis says, to all, what are the best resources for coin collectors? This might be more personal, but when did you all start collecting? Evan, I started collecting when I was young because of my father. And then resources, there's all sorts of them. It really depends on what you're collecting because, if it's more rare coins, then there's a ton of different sources out there. But if you're into errors, then you might, depending, like pennies, for example, you would go to Variety Vista and places like, unfortunately, there's a ton. Let's see what Rob has to say, though.
I'm sorry, I was reading other chats. What was the question?
It's on the screen. It says, to all, what are the best resources for coin collectors? This might be more personal, but when did you start collecting? I'll let everyone answer this one.
Okay, well, I started collecting when I was probably 7 or 8. I don't remember the exact year because I got a Buffalo nickel back in change, and I was like, what is this? And that kind of had me start looking at coins. I thought when you're 7 or 8 and you get a nickel that you see that's old, I thought I had like $1 million in my hand. And I was more into baseball cards at the time and comic books. But when I got that nickel, it made me look it up and try to find ways to see what its value was. And then I got interested in coins. As far as resources are concerned, at the end of the day, there's a lot of online resources for collectors. But if you're a variety hunter and not just a key date, semi-key date, high quality, high grade coin collector, then I like Variety Vista to use for checking for different varieties. I like Mad Die Clashes to check for die clashes. I use PCGS's price guide or their population report. I also use a lot of PCGS's coin grading resources to get an idea when I'm holding a coin in my hand, just at quick glance, I can get a kind of a grade range. That way I'm not completely lost when it comes to coin grading. But those are just some to name a few. Obviously, if you want trade pickers guides, the U.S. Coins Red Book is always good to have handy, just so you have it, whether it's the Red Book or Blue Book or Gray Sheet or whatever. Just those kinds of things. And there's so many to name that we could sit here forever and have a whole class on that. But I think to start with, get familiar with just having some of the basics, a coin book, a coin scope, know some of the key dates and some of the varieties that have a little more value than just your average stuff.
All right. You have anything to add to that one, Raven?
I pretty much covered the bases. I mean,
okay.
You know, as far as resources, you know, and there's a lot of good channels. There's people like Rob. Rob's got a lot of his own knowledge. Seeker's got a lot of his own knowledge. You know, you even have the big show or the Q&A thing with Paula Bloom. So, you know, there's a lot of good information out there just in the community itself. A couple Discords that you can go and be a part of, you know, to get community help. You know, so what I've experienced is majority of coin collectors, numismatics people are very helpful to their fellow numismatic person because they want to make sure that they're well informed so they're not getting ripped off or they're not pushing false information onto other people. As for when I started collecting real young, probably like 6-7 years old, I went to a coin shop with my dad, and the coin shop owner tossed me a couple of Indian heads. And from then on, it was, you know, I loved coins.
There you go. What about you, Mr. Big Mill?
I started out silver stacking. That's how I got into coins. I wasn't too into coins until I was probably 3 years into stacking silver. And Rob's channel actually got me into collecting coins, and that's so I'm the greenest guy on the panel when it comes to coins. I rely a lot on the Red Book and Rob's Mat, Variety Vista, you guys, other channels, but I'm relatively green at varieties and errors and things like that. I mean, I have a lot of nice stuff that I've collected and bought and found, but I started out silver stacking. That's how I got into it, you know.
Okay, that's fair. Raven, take your headphones off for a sec.
Uh-oh.
There you go, Big Mel. It's on the screen.
Gaming balls! Come on! Gaming balls with a 4.99! Making Big Mill holla for a couple of dollars! Woo! Woo! Come on, brother! You didn't have to, but you did! Bam!
All right. William Baker. Look at William Baker's comment here.
I know, William. I'm trying, bro. I'm struggling over here. No,
all right, let's see. We already answered that one. I had to scroll back up to make sure we didn't miss that.
William, I've been on vacation.
No problem, man. Again, we're going to miss a lot of questions. That's why I said if we miss it, if it goes 3 or 4 minutes by, feel free to retype it. Just don't spam it every 30 seconds or anything like that. I'll try to get all. Even doing that, we are going to miss stuff. It's not on purpose, I promise. There's just so many of them here.
8 cups of coffee will do.
AG says, Silver Seeker, do you guys plan on doing any live streams, auctions that will benefit charity? So AG47 Recon, the one thing I'll tell you about that is I just now got access to YouTube's charity thing, but I did a stream for charity. Oh gosh, I guess it was almost 2 years ago now. And even though I recorded myself donating, of course I did the editing out of, you know, the private name and stuff. I had like 3 or 4 people saying Seeker just pocketed the money. He never donated to the charity. He used everyone to profit. And, you know, and ever since then, I have not done anything where I received the money for charity. Now, that being said, YouTube literally within the last couple of weeks, I finally just got access to their charity, you know, their benefit thing where, you know, you can do videos and streams for charity. I have plans to probably eventually use that when I know more how to use it. But as far as me personally taking in the money and then being responsible for then turning that money over, I'll never do that again. I mean, I showed the video of it didn't matter. The haters out there, most people, we have 13 thumbs down on this video. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. But when people accuse me of taking money from kids, that one was Lemons for Leukemia, I believe. when people accuse you of taking money from that, it really does get to you. And so ever since then, I just didn't do it. And that's the only reason. But now that YouTube has the thing where they take the money and they do the donation, yeah, I'll probably use it. Absolutely. As long as they get the money and they're responsible for doing it. So I don't, I'm not the one in there. You know what I'm saying? So
I
anyway.
guess this would be a bad time to tell you about the time I robbed the ice cream guy on the street, huh? I'm just kidding.
So anyway, I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that.
Nope, no comment on that.
No.
You got a bunch of super chats up top.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to also get questions. Let me see here. Hold on.
I think John's might actually be a serious one.
All right, Raven. So John Huck with the 20, he says, thoughts on 2021 Morgan and Peace silver dollars becoming law tomorrow?
Ooh.
Hopefully.
Let's do it.
Please. Please. I want them so bad. Like earlier when I said I'm really lukewarm on a lot of the US Mint releases, that's not one of them. I'm so stoked about that.
That'd be cool.
Let's see. And then Mickey Robs Banks. Actually, this one, he says, 2021 Tuskegee Airmen ATB quarters have been released for immediate circulation. Nice. So those are actual super chats with questions that Rob at the stream. What's that, Rob?
Back on quarters again.
All right,
What's up, Ashley West Coast? What's going on?
Which generics are the best ones to stack as far as liquidity goes, or does it even matter? As long as it's real, it doesn't matter that much. Yeah. Generic's generic. If you're stacking that way, because I like premium stuff. I like the designs. I love that stuff. You see some of the stuff I open, but I also stack generics because when you're buying generic, you're getting as close to spot as possible. I actually use my generic stacking as a way to lower my average cost on all of my super high collectible stuff. Yeah. So otherwise, yeah. But as close to the spot as you can get kick rocks. I mean, if that's what you're wanting to do, just find the cheapest stuff possible, as long as it's it's legit. Obviously, you want to make sure you get it from someone that you trust or from a well-known dealer. You know what I'm saying?
John wants to know if the piece will be in high relief.
I think they did say the peace dollar was going to be, there was going to be a couple versions, wasn't there?
Nice. That'd be rad.
All right. And did we just get one from New Line? All right, here you go, Big Mill. Raven, take them off. Hold on. All right, go ahead, Big Mill.
New Line with a 9.52. Big Mill. Janet Yellen. RFT can only trust for a month. Monetary policy. Come on, New Line. What are you doing? Those are big words for Big Mill. Come on. You didn't have to, brother, but you did. Bam. Monetary policy. Oh my goodness.
That was funny. Bill Gibson says, I don't think they are doing W. Are they not doing W's this year? I actually didn't follow it.
They had officially said they were doing them, but they don't have an official release date of any of them. So that's where the conundrum lies, where they planned on minting PDS and W's, but yet there's not a release date of the W releases. So we don't know what's going on.
Jonathan Potts asked this. I just wanted to point out, Jonathan, that we talked this earlier in the stream. So if you want to go back and watch it and find that, we actually talked about the Delaware quarter already. I don't want to answer it again, but I wanted you to know that we're not ignoring your question. We did answer it about 15 minutes ago. Let's see. I'm sure I missed some stuff. Big Hill on supper, you woke up my deaf dogs.
I make miracles happen, brother, every day. I'm just kidding.
Marion thinks that Big Mill should be a demo derby announcer. you know, Big Mill would be a fantastic soccer announcer. You know, when they're like, goal!
Goal! I'm not going to do it because Raven has his headphones on, but oh, lo, 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 lo.
Oh, dear. Raven, take them off.
Oh, no.
This is wrong.
All right, this is the last one, Big Mill.
Last one. Southern Metal with a 5.55. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. Bam! Boom!
All right. We got to calm that down, or we're never going to get any more questions answered. Mrs. Seeker apparently asked a question, and I missed it. I'm sorry, babe. I feel bad. If you want to repost that, baby, I'd be happy to read it. Let's see.
Between Mill and I, actually, we could make a pretty gnarly announcing crew. I'm just not being loud.
You know what? That would be funny, actually, because you got the voice, dude. Like, I don't know if you guys have been over to Raven's channel. If you haven't, go search Ravenhawk Coins, or Raven, you're a mod. You want to post the link, but Raven's got a gnarly voice, man. He's a pleasure to listen to sing for sure.
Thanks, bro.
And he knows a ton about coins, so he's a singer and a coin guy.
Big Mill and I kind of has something down the road. We just haven't worked it all out yet. But all I got to say is, what you gonna do? The Ravenhawk runs wild on you, brother.
Coin Utopia says, how did the W's get mixed and put into circulation? They quite literally add them to the bags with the P's and the D's.
Somebody said, is there a trick to finding the W's? I think you got to just bribe somebody, because I've looked through box after box after box. For some reason, they don't seem to exist in Oklahoma. They're all over Texas, but not in Oklahoma.
Where they're released, and Dallas, Texas is one of the 10 release cities for all W designs all year. So that's why we see a lot more in our Metroplex than other areas.
Yeah, I figured as much. I plan on I'm going to take a trip down there once COVID relaxes. I'm going to go down through Texas and have some fun, go do the fishing like we talked about, Rob.
We'll fish for fish, and we'll fish for W's.
Dude, I would love to be in on that for sure. I'd love, yeah.
You have to drive. You'll drive down to where I'm at, and then we'll go down that way.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, you're only like 3 hours or 4 hours from me.
Yeah, I'm not that far from Rob.
No, that wouldn't be a big deal at all. It'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. Josh Schultz says that they just start putting CC mint mark on some new quarters and sit back and watch the hysteria. Not really, because it would actually need to be minted at Carson City. Now, if they opened up a new mint in Carson City and then released Carson City minted quarters, yes, it'd be insane.
No, what you need to do is bust out the old Carson City mint and actually, even if it's not at the facility, and just mint some original Morgans.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would. They'd make a lot of money.
Bo Palmer says, Ravenhawk Coins channel is awesome when I get chances to watch it. That's awesome, man. Go
Thanks,
Raven.
Agreed.
Richard Ryan says, Rob clearly has the best beard here.
I just got a long goatee. This stuff here doesn't really grow. This has been growing almost as long as this, and
Chris wants to know, what do you think about sites like AppMex accepting Bitcoin now? Chris, AppMex doesn't actually take the Bitcoin. They use a third party. So the third party will accept the Bitcoin and then pay AppMex the cash value, and then AppMex will then send the order out. AppMex doesn't deal in Bitcoin. They accept it. It's kind of like a credit card. They take the your Visa card, because Visa will then send the cash over to AppMex. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same way with Bitcoin for them.
Yeah.
Interesting, though. I think more places are starting to do that. Here we go. This is a good one. How is it possible for Amazon to sell counterfeit coins on their website? Teacher, well, I mean, technically it's not legal, but it's not Amazon selling it. So Section 230 protects them, since they allow other people to sell on their site, from being liable for the fake coins. They should be pulling them down whenever they see them, and they probably do. But I imagine with as many sellers as are on Amazon, they probably miss stuff. It's not Amazon selling them. It's a third-party seller selling them on Amazon's website. But it's horrible. All fake coins, people that make fake coins should be taken out back and beaten and thrown in jail. So
those are the people that put silver on the edges of our.
Oh God, I hate that, dude.
Oh yeah.
I've lost my voice more times finding those fake ones, and I get all. I mean, you're on a half the box, 3/4 of the box been a skunk, and then there it is. You're like, Oh yeah. So you start going, oh, I go crazy. And I pull it out and it's a 74, 71. I'm like, come on, man. Who does that, dude?
Yeah.
Mr. Seeker, I know which one you're talking about.
Drives me nuts.
All right. Ravenhawk coins have seen a whole lot of nothing in the Philly suburbs here, says Christopher Sherman. I'm assuming you're talking about the W's there.
Yeah, he's talking about the W quarters. I know your pain, my friend. I know your pain.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What other questions do we have? If you guys have any other questions, go ahead and throw them out. We got about 15 minutes left here.
I've had about
We would
two.
love to answer some more. I know I probably missed some back, so feel free to repost them.
Jonathan Potts says, I keep hearing about people getting coins from Coinstars. How do they get them? Well, there's two types of things you could be talking about. If you mean somebody who's getting the grocery store or wherever it's located in to sell them the bag of coins, that's tough to do because you have to have a relationship with the grocery store manager or just happen to have one who says, okay. But if you're talking about just people getting Coinstar fines, a lot of people don't realize when you dump coins in the Coinstar, the calibration methods on that dump out any coins outside of U.S. coins standard weights and measurements. So foreigns and silver will be outside of either weights or measurements. And so those go into what's called the reject bin at the bottom of the Coinstar in the middle. And so people that are dumping and not paying attention, they're watching the screen and they don't realize it's kicking out some coins. And anyone who likes to Coinstar fish could jump into a bunch of different Coinstars and just look in that reject bin, grab the stuff out and move on. The problem with that in my area, and that's why I don't do those videos, is 99 out of 100 Coinstars I visit are emptied. Everyone's caught on to those with the videos that we put out on YouTube. And even the grocery store workers walking by will periodically just grab that and pocket it. So that change is very minimally in my area. But the reject bin is the place to go. If you're in a place that has a Coinstar, always check the reject bin, always.
Yeah, I've scored a couple of bags of coins straight out of there, but I haven't been able to do that in years.
Yeah, years.
So, yeah, it's been a while.
Same kind of thing. It used to be back in the day. You walk by Coinstars, you see stuff in them quite a bit. I used to find quite a lot of silver, and now, like Rob, I just kind of haven't really looked much because 9 times out of 10, there's nothing there. But just because it's happening a lot more, don't give up, guys. You'd be amazed at the stuff you find.
I just wouldn't, in my opinion, I wouldn't waste the gas to drive around to a ton of them. But if you're already there, absolutely.
Yep, I agree.
Big Mill?
Yo.
No. Okay.
Oh no, I don't check. I live in a smaller town. I'm not in a big metropolitan city like you guys. So the Coinstars here, there's nothing. There's one at the Albertsons. That's it.
Marion asked if I have plans to grow out a beard. The answer is no. The Seeker's not a fan of facial hair. Big Daddy's House said, if you were a new collector, where would y'all suggest to start? I get asked this question a lot, especially in our Discord server. Find something you enjoy. Like if you really like the design of a certain coin, and start with that, because if you're just collecting to try to get into it, then and you don't actually have a passion for what you're collecting, you're going to get burnt out really quick, and you'll be gone in a month. So if you really like the design of, say, Walking Liberty $50 or Mercury dimes because they're smaller and cheaper, just something like that. If that's something really like the design, it appeals to you, then I would start collecting those. And then at that point, you're kind of going down the rabbit hole, and it all goes from there.
Pennies are always fun to start with.
Yep, pennies are fun too. Go ahead.
I'm just mine is almost, if you're on kind of the hustle inside of it, is nickels are your best bang for your buck if you're looking to get some silver at face value, and flip that for other stuff. But you want to find a really reliable coin dealer. Go to multiple coin shops and see how they interact. You'll know exactly what you're dealing with, by buying a couple coins, because a really good coin dealer, they're gonna guide you, especially if you tell them you're new, because they see you as a lifetime customer for one. If they give you good information, you're going to have a great collection and whatnot. The other place, don't go to a pawn shop expecting to build your coin collection, that great. You might find some good stuff there, but they're not a coin store. They're not going to give you the information that you need. Sometimes, you might even think, oh, the guy at the swap meet that says they're a coin dealer. Nah, go to somebody that's got an established bricks and mortar, and that their family's been doing it for a while. Or even, YouTube resources are still there as well.
Yeah.
Very good. That's
I
very
had
accurate. And you
I had
walk
a
in.
neighbor down the street, kid, his dad stacks silver. I got his dad in the stack in silver, and he calls me. He says, hey, I'm at the pawn shop. Is this a good price? I said, dude, just leave. I said, leave there and come to my house. I'll tell me how much you want to spend. I'll sell it to you. So I gave it to him at spot because he's a good kid and the dad's a good dude. And I was like, God, just leave there now because you're gonna lose all your money.
Mr. Turtle wants to know what are they doing with the quarters this year or next year? What I know about the Airman quarter, but what about 2022? I have no idea. I don't know if any of you guys know.
Well, they've got the America the Beautiful is ending with the Tuskegee Airmen. We have the commemorative, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, the Cross of Delaware. And after that, there is nothing that I'm aware of that the U.S. Mint or anyone has released regarding what they're doing next. That's all that I can see for this year, unless somebody has more information than I do.
All right, let's see. There's a lot of chat. Are they actually going to make the 2021 piece of Morgan silver dollars? I believe so. Yes, I do believe so. I'm pretty sure that it's getting signed into law any day now, and then yes, we will probably see those. It's already been passed by the House and the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be rad.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on some of those.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I'm warm on a lot of the Mint's releases, but boy, those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Mint's not getting any of my business other than those two coins.
Yeah.
He wants to know where are the dies for the Mints that have closed kept? Are they kept or destroyed?
From what I remember, they do kind of keep them. They damage them so they're not reusable.
Well, Daniel Carr has some original presses, I believe, from way back in the day. That's how he makes some of those overstrikes.
Wow.
So Daniel Carr, by the way, is he's designed like two or three of the state quarters and a bunch of other stuff. So really, really awesome designs out of Daniel Carr.
The ones that I've seen, like I saw the Carson City ones, they had big splits down the middle, going like in a cross.
Still, a canceled Carson City Morgan dollar die would still fetch thousands at auctions.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Saves History says, I have a lot of foreign coins that I need to convert in USD. Where's the best place to do so? Usually international airports have an exchange bank. Outside of that, I don't really know.
Yeah. No, international airports are very good. Very good.
Bank of America will do it too, won't they, Rob?
Say it again, Big Mill.
Bank of America will do that also, correct?
Do what?
Foreign exchange.
Oh yeah, but only certain denominations.
Right.
What's the difference between a troy and a regular ounce? Well, troy ounces, it's two different weight units, but metals are traded on troy. Regular ounces are like what your meat, like your 16-ounce steak is weighed in. It's just two different weight. It's just two different measurements. But gold and silver, pretty much any precious metal is always weighed in troy. And the other one is called a vortipoy or something like that. I probably slaughtered that name. But the other one is the regular ounce that you're used to using for everyday stuff. But it's just a weight thing. It's, you could come up with any measurement. 1 troy ounce could equal 1,000 seekers as long as you know how to convert it. It's a weight measurement. You know what I mean? So I found more coins under Coinstars than in the reject tray, says Onibushu. That's a good one. I never thought about looking under them.
Yeah, that's where I find most of mine too.
That makes sense. That's funny. I've never looked under it either.
Richard Ryan says, Rob, how do I find myself at the right place at the right time for huge silver dumps?
You know what? It's actually not even the right place at the right time. It's what you've done leading up to being at the right place at the right time.
Yep.
All of my huge silver dump scores are not because I walked into a branch I've never walked into, asked if they happen to have $50 for sale, and they said, oh, yes, we got these boxes of silver coins. That has never happened. What's happened to me is I walk into my branches that I've developed relationships for years, and they know I hunt coins. They are probably subscribed to my channel. And when I walk in the bank, they will say to me, we had a customer bring these in. Are you interested in buying them? Most of my best scores are because of the tellers deciding to share with me, knowing that I'm a collector and that they don't want to have to count it, send it back to the Dallas Coin Vault is what we have here that repackages and reboxes them. So instead of sending them back and dumping them into bags and sending them, they hold them for me and sell them to me. So right place at the right time? Probably, because technically that branch does have 2 or 3 other people just like me that walk in there, and they've told me that. So had I not stopped by there, pick up my $50 on a Friday and went there Monday, I might have missed it. So a little bit of right place, right time, but mostly relationship and development with your branches and getting them and being upfront and honest and being a good person. And then once in a while, making sure that they're appreciated and they know that they are.
Gotta get Starbucks.
Yeah. You know, I've talked about that till I'm blue in the face. I've probably in over a couple hundred videos have said it's all about developing the relationship, making sure that you take care of your tellers and your bank manager and that they know that you're not, you know, a pain in their backside, so to speak. But Rob's also right too. It's because of them knowing you're a good person that they're going to call you first. But because, you know, they normally have 3, 4, 5 guys just like us coming in all the time asking for stuff. And because we tend to take care of our tellers, we get treated very nicely for it.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been in the banks where, because I take those girls' Starbucks cards all the time and Jersey Mike's, you know, and I've been in there and the line's out the door and they're like, hey, are you cashing? You just buying with cash? I'm like, yeah, like, cool, come here. They bring my boxes right out and I'm in and out. Makes everybody else mad, but oh well.
You know what? I get more dislikes and more negative stuff towards me whenever I get a fortunate score. And again, it's not a big deal because at the end of the day, anyone who knows me knows I'm going to share in some of my finds. Yeah. That being said, I always wonder when people get mad that somebody scores well, then why are they into treasure hunting themselves? Because ultimately, I would think that they want the same score for themselves. So just to see someone else get it, they should be able to say, well, that's still happening. It's still possible. Man, my day could come if I do all the things I need to do. It doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. Somebody wins the lottery ticket or somebody wins the lotto every week and in some state, in some county. I never have, but somebody has. And it doesn't mean I'm mad that they have. It just shows me that maybe one day I will. And I like to say it like that. If I see somebody with that, when Seeker had back-to-back weekends on a Saturday stream of over 100 silvers after I had some tough weeks, I was like, they're still out there. It's not stopping, guys. We just got to keep digging in. We will find it if we look for it. But if we think we're not going to find it, or we go into it that we can't do it, or we think the banks are out to get us, or we're mad at others for their success, then you're just going to be bred within that, and it's going to make it a lot harder for you to have success. And that's my spiel there.
I mean, are you going to hate your neighbor because he bought a lottery ticket and won the $1 million? Hey, why are you going to get mad at the guy? You should be happy for the dude. When you hate on people because they came up, it brings bad juju to you. If you know what I'm saying, that's the way I look at it. I'm happy. I'm like, cool, man. That's awesome. You scored that stuff, bro.
I honestly think like some of the people that do like what Rob just described are people that don't actually hunt. They just watch hoping that you'll fail. And then when you don't, then when you find something, they get mad because they're not out doing it themselves. So there's no way they could have got it anyway. Like there's no way they could even have a chance because they just don't go do it. But then they get mad because someone else does.
Yeah. I hunt 1,000 boxes of coins per year. I dump another 450 bags of coins into the bank weighing 40 to 50 pounds each every year. I put my banks, my tellers, myself, and everyone through a lot of extra work. And because I know this, I make sure I reward everyone for their allowing me to do what I do. Yeah. And so it's not lost on me that I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't have bank managers, branch tellers, and other people that allow me to do it. So I definitely try to take care of those that take care of me. But at the same time, I get it. I have gone through 60 quarter boxes last year and found 4 silvers, and I'll get it YouTube comment that someone said, I found 4 silver quarters in the Coinstar today. And I'm like, holy cow, one person's blessing is awesome. I wish I could find 4 silver quarters in a Coinstar so I wouldn't have to hunt 60 quarter boxes.
Rob, I was going to tell you that 1 W quarter you found in that video that was all chewed up, you can't count that. That's got to be a half a W. You should have said you found 3.5 W.
It's a U. It's a U, Big Mill. It's not
a
W.
Bro.
Hey, hey, Raven. I know I said he was done, but I have to do this one. Do me a favor and take off your headphones.
Oh, hold on.
All right, Big Mill. I have to do this one. There it is.
Chris K with a 1-0. Woo! .00. Big Daddy's house. Big Mill. Hunt Silver. Who's the captain of this ship? Bam! Come on, Chris. You didn't have to, brother. There it is. What you did? Pow!
I had to do that one.
Me and Raven got our system down now. I show him the thumbs up. He knows it's okay to put the headphones back on.
Salmax says, I recently found a 1909 penny in a penny box that I went through on Christmas Day. It was also the first box I've gone through since the pandemic started.
Nice.
Awesome, dude. That's great.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I don't think people realize too is that all of us are in a group chat where we show each other our finds way before a lot of times, and we constantly are like, dude, I can't believe you find that. That's so awesome. You know, because it's in our heart. This is something that we enjoy outside of YouTube. If YouTube wasn't here, I'd still be searching coin boxes no matter what.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know?
That's a lie. When Rob got all that silver from the bank earlier last year, Raven left the group chat. He's like, no, what? No, I'm just kidding.
They had to beg me to come back.
Donald Walsh has a comment. He says, my bank branches have tellers that stay 6 to 8 months and then they move on. Always trying to rebuild the relationship with the new teller is tough. True. That is true.
So, and right now it's been tough on me. My Friday branch where I got 6 $half boxes, 2 quarter boxes, 2 dime boxes, 2 nickel boxes, and 2 penny boxes every single week. Every single week has been closed because of just you guys know they're consolidating people and closing branches temporarily, closing some permanently. And then they're moving some of my people to other branches. So I've walked into several banks where none of my normal tellers are there, and I'm asking for my coin boxes. And so the one thing I've been doing lately, the last several months, is anytime I see somebody new there, I try to talk to them, ask how their day is going, and make sure they know what I do. That way I hedge my bet so that in the event that 3 or 4 of the 5 people are not there tomorrow, somebody there remembers me, somebody knows what I do, and somebody's filling my orders.
Yep. Majestic Sounds of Coins with the $10 super chat. I'm not like Big Mill, sorry. He says, all of you people are amazing. Happy New Year, beautiful coin community. You rock, Majestic Sounds. Raven took off his headphones. I wasn't doing anything, Raven.
We'll just give him the thumbs up. He'll figure it out when he looks up.
Oh,
See, no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, Raven, I didn't have Big Mill do it. I read it.
Oh.
I didn't have Big Mill do that one. Sorry. Raven's ready. He's just like trigger happy. He's like,
I'm telling you guys, if you guys had seen what had happened before the show, I'm sitting here, we're just talking along, and I got my headphones on, me, Rob, and Seeker, and Big Mill comes in. And I was like, dude, I had to throw my headphones off. And, you know, he got the dirty look for a second, but it wasn't because he did it on purpose. My ears actually hurt.
I got a strongly worded email after that.
I want to point out something. I didn't see this part of the conversation, but I saw then it's plated copper is now magnetic. Copper, you're correct. Copper doesn't stick to a magnet, but it does react to it. If you take a strong magnet and wave it over copper, it will move it. So it does react to magnetism. So I don't know what the rest of the conversation was, but I wanted to point that out.
Even silver slows down its drop falling through magnets.
Yep, that's how the slide test works.
Yep,
100%.
And by the way, that's how a lot of people sort coppers from copper cents from bulk penny buys. Is they will pass it through a series of magnets, and it will slow it down. So it's picture a ramp, they put magnets across the ramp, and as the pennies pass by them, if they're copper, they slow down, so they drop first into the first bucket, and the zincs roll past and go into the second bucket. It's a quick way to sort pennies if you want to know which are copper and which are zinc.
Right. Yeah, because they're going slower, so they'll fall into the gap where the faster ones will slide right over it.
Correct.
Right. So guys, I know that we missed a lot of comments tonight and questions, and I do apologize. It's not intended. We only have an hour to do these, and we don't want it to go too long. But the beauty is, 2 weeks from now, we're going to be doing this again on Ravenhawk Coins channel on January 18th, and I believe JW is going to be our guest, but I'm not 100% certain on that. But we are going to go ahead and call it quits tonight, guys. Really quick, do me a favor before you go. If you haven't been over the Rob Finds Treasure, if you haven't been over the Big Mill, if you haven't been over the Ravenhawk Coins, get over to their channels and subscribe. I think most of you have, but just in case, make sure you go show them that sub love, guys, and subscribe to their channels. They're very, very awesome people, and I promise you, each one of them bring some awesome stuff to your stacking and coin collecting. So definitely get over there, subscribe to them, and show them the love. All three of you are mods, so if you want to plug your channel in, go ahead. You can copy paste.
And don't forget to plug your Seeker. Maybe they popped in your stream, but they're not subbed yet.
Yeah, I mean that too, but let's hopefully they all get over there and sub to you guys.
I don't know how to do that.
They're awesome and absolutely deserve it. And if you don't see the link, just search Ravenhawk Coins. He's the first one that comes up. Rob Finds Treasure, first one that comes up. Big Mill Hunt Silver, first one that comes up. So just search, you'll find them. But you guys are welcome to post your link if you want. So 2 weeks from now, we'll be doing this again on Raven's channel. So if you had any questions that we missed tonight, I apologize. It wasn't on purpose. We tried to get to as many as possible. And it's pretty bad when Little Seeker has to call you out. I know I did post Little Seeker's little Yoda message, but I didn't get a chance to read it. Love you, Little Seeker.
Silver Seeker, what's a squishmallow?
Squishmallow, it's like a big, fluffy, like teddy bear type thing, but it's like a squishy. She got one that was a baby Yoda, like a huge baby Yoda squishmallow.
That's what my wife's been calling me for the last 2 weeks. I was wondering why she was calling
me. A squishmallow?
Sparkle Flare says, all right. Before we go, Little Seeker, if you want to run down really fast and show them your Yoda, bring it on down. We will happily do that. We'll let her get down there. But yeah, guys, again, take the time. I know I think Raven posted his link. Take the time to get over to these guys and show them that sub, guys. They absolutely deserve it. And again, we're going to be on Raven's channel in 2 weeks, so you want to make sure you're subscribed to Raven so you don't miss the notification when the stream goes live for sure. So, and I hear someone running outside of my studio. Here it is. Oh, there's Little Seeker.
What's up, man, Beth?
Oh, it's being keyed out by the green screen. We'll fix this, baby. Let's do this and let's do this. All right. Oh, it's too big.
It's huge.
Baby Yoda.
Big. All right, we'll do it like this. We will turn off the green screen.
It's Big Mill as the baby.
Real color.
What's that?
Now we're going to see what your real color is.
Yeah, green. There it is. It's
huge.
Love you, baby girl. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Oh, look how fast you made it back to the coin room. That's awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. I just ran right in there. No big deal.
I bet you can't be in snow in a snap of the fingers.
Oh, yeah? No, because I don't have that background set up.
I know.
It would only take about 10 seconds. It would only take about 10 seconds. But do you guys want to say anything before we go? Let's start with Big Mill.
Hey, man, no, I had fun. I appreciate you guys bringing me on here and letting me come on and hang out with you guys. Thanks for everybody coming in and hanging out with us. It's been fun. Yeah, cruise on over to the channel sometime. It's the worst channel on YouTube for coin hunting, but we have a lot of fun. So come on over.
There's your snow raven.
Seeker, I want you to be the bearded potato.
It's Seeker Claus.
I like the bearded potato. There we go. Now we all have beards.
Well, you know, Seeker does look like Benjamin Franklin.
He does.
All right. What about you, Rob? What you want to say before we go?
I just want to thank everyone for their time. I know it's always difficult to make time and find time to be on or away from those you're probably around before you came on. And I appreciate you spending the better part of an hour with us. And yeah, check out Big Mill's channel sometime.
Absolutely. And Mr. Raven, what you got, man, before we go?
Hey, like always, guys, it was a lot of fun hanging out, having fun. You guys, this allows people to see a different side of all of us, you know, which is really cool. And they got to see Big Mill's mug on top of it all.
Mug.
I'm telling you, man, only a face a mother could love. But hey, you know,
The camera didn't break yet.
Hey, well, that's because we put that extra filter, the ugly filter. But anyways, guys, everybody in chat, thank you for being here. It was a lot of fun. Oh my God, it's Seeker and the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
All right, guys. Well, have a great night. Thank you for joining us, like everyone else said, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And of course, you'll see all of us on our respective channels between now and then anyway. But we'll see you all back together again in 2 weeks, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
Bye.
Yeah.